Hey, it's Carlo Perusa. Now I am joined with the BMF champion, Mr. Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Jorge, we just got done with Ikon FC5. Some great fights tonight. Let's start off. Malcolm Wellmaker. Whoa.
He's 2-0 now as a professional. He's not getting hand-picked opponents. He had another guy that had numerous fights in front of him, and he just makes it look so easy. Very skilled, very technical, and what I like about him the most is he keeps his cool. If he hurts a guy or he gets tagged, he just breathes, keeps his cool, and gets right back in there. Kid's got a huge up ceiling, man. I think UFC's in this freaking near future, man. Maybe 5-6 more fights. Gonna have to cut that guy loose, man. You know, we're gonna have him fight here for as many times as we can, obviously, but we don't hold nobody back either. Once he's ready to go, he's ready to go. You know, kid's a stud.
Now, another guy who picked up victories tonight was Torres Finney. Were you impressed by him?
I was impressed by Finney because I was looking over to my matchmaker and the rest of us that run Ikon, and I was like, there's no way he's gonna do. I've never seen Finney in a fight like that. So I look over to him at the time. He's not gonna do this for 3 rounds in a row. I don't think this pace is hard. I can see him still winning the fight, but he's not gonna do this. He did it in the 2nd round, and then in the 3rd round, he fucking turned it up. His pace was insane. He's got power. This guy's only got 4 professional fucking fights. The guy that he fought was no slouch. Wrestled as well. Great athlete. Was an All-American as a football wide receiver. So you know you got an athlete versus athlete. Finney just shitted on him, man. And it's crazy. I know the guys are a little bit upset. You know, he kind of did what he had to do to win the fight, slow the guy down, and then he was able to finish him. Give Finney 3-4 more fights. It's going to be a fucking legitimate problem, man.
Now let's talk about the main event, Solomon Renfro. Yesterday at the weigh-in scuffle, almost a fight broke out before the fight. You know, he told him right on the stage, I'm going to get you first round, and he did it.
He did it, and I understood where Solomon was coming from. When somebody misses weight, it's the most disrespectful thing you could almost do. We both, as men, agreed to fight at a certain weight. So I understood Solomon there 100%. Then he gets out here, catches a leg kick, takes the guy down, stays on top, ends him quick, and those shots look like they hurt. I mean, I saw the other guy couldn't walk out of here. They had to carry him out. Obviously, Renfro's a beast. If he's not the best regional guy at 155 pounds in the world, then show me who is, because I really think that he's one of the best guys that's not signed to a big league yet, you know?
Now for you, how does it feel to be able to offer a feeder league for these guys to get to the UFC or Bellator?
It's freaking amazing, man. It's amazing because one, I know what talent looks like, what it could be. I'm not 100 always % right, but I've been in the sport as a professional fighter myself 20 years. But in total, I have like close to like 30 years because since I'm 8 years old, I'm competing already or training. So I have a good eye for talent. So I get to just sit back and pick who do I think is the best guy at this weight versus who do I think is the best guy at this. And it's just fun. I'm in the lab all the time with my matchmaker, calling each other up at 2 in the morning. Hey, who you got for the next show, this card, so-and-so fell. So it's such a great job. And always after these shows, we'll have about 100 emails from fighters saying they want to fight for my show. Also, the results are there. You know how many guys we've already sent to the UFC in the short time we've been around. It's a great connection. I won't be surprised if Torrey Finney's next fight is in the UFC. It's great, you know. Pepe Diaz, Abdullah, another great fight. Could have gone either way. It was a close fight. Could have gone. It was a great fight. Both of them also going to be in the big show, I predict.
Now you've already had a couple guys now sign with the UFC, Bo Nickel and Hamdi. What do you think it does for these guys who are on the card to see those guys? Do you think it gives them some motivation to be like, hey, they got there, I can too?
SD Dumas as well signed. We have 5 guys in total. Not everybody's coming to my name, but there's 3 right there we just mentioned. These guys know that at Ikon we try to evenly match the cards so we can have the best action possible. And the best, toughest guy that's 3-0, 10-0 as an amateur, vice versa, he has somebody very similar competing against him. And the guys know they're in for a tough fight, but they know that the upside of it, they're in the UFC. They're in the big shows. So they come and do it, and man, just from the moment I meet these guys, hey man, I'm gonna come fight for you and I'm gonna give it all you got. I mean, all I got. Give me a chance. And they really fucking come out here and do it. So I'm happy as could be. This show couldn't have gotten better for me.
When you were starting out, obviously there wasn't many association organizations like Ikon FC. You had to fight in backyards. How much has MMA evolved and grown since you first got into it?
Back in the day, I'd look at like a 3-4-0 guy I'd be like, wow, upside, tons of upside work. Now I'm looking at like 4-0 guys, 3-0 guys. I'm like, holy smokes, this guy's 3-4 fights away from the UFC. They're starting at a much younger age watching it, competing. It's a lot more accepted by the culture, so it's talked about now at dinner tables. Did you see the fight last night and this and that? So these kids are like 17 years old. They got 17 pro fights. They've been grappling their whole life or doing some form of combat. Then they turn pro at 18 as soon as they can. They only have 3-4 fights, but the evolution has come so much. I've been in the sport as a pro 20 years, so I've seen the ups and downs. I've seen many come, many go. What's about to come in MMA now is going to be like never before. The money's bigger than ever. The exposure's more than ever. It's a great time to be in MMA.
Now, by any chance, do you have any crazy or memorable fight stories from, fights when you're first coming up, some of the smaller, lower tier promotions, maybe new opponent last minute, no blood testing, anything crazy, fighting in crazy conditions?
Ooh, I got thousands of those, man. I got thousands of those. Most of them I might get arrested for. I can't even really say them and stuff. Like the good ones worth mentioning, so I'm gonna have to plead the fifth, brother.
Say that for the after party.
For the after party, yeah. Wait till I have a couple drinks and maybe I might sing like a bird,
All right, last question. You were here in Savannah in August. You're back in again in October.
And we're back next year. I can't give you that date because I don't have it yet, but I'm back next year again. I love it here.
Why do you like it here so much?
The culture embraces it. We have a lot of talent. When we look at our rosters, wait up, a lot of our good talent is coming from Georgia. No brainer. Let's go to Georgia. Venues are great over here. I don't see why I should not come to Savannah. So we'll be back here next year, as it is on the calendar, about 5 times next year, spread out throughout the year. So Savannah, I hope you like me as much as I like you.
Thank you so much, Jorge. Thanks for your time, man.
Let's go, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man.